My name is Andrew Tilt. I was raised in South End of Kitchener, Ontario. I'm a school teacher at Preston High School. I teach geography, so right now I'm teaching grade 9s, 11s, and 12s. I'm very passionate about geography and especially about agriculture and food and food production. I'm 30 years old. I've got a wonderful wife, Lynette, and I've got two boys, Stanley and Bobby, with another child on the way in March. I've been coming here to Wilmot Center for, I guess going on 2 years now. We really love the church. We love the young people and the vibe. I noticed especially between services, lots of mingling going on, so I really appreciate that. I had a great childhood. I've got two very loving parents who love each other, and they instilled a very earnest work ethic and lots of Christian values. No, I was kind of the typical go to church on Christmas Eve, Easter, that type of thing, and I was playing hockey a lot too, playing lots of sports, and so practices on Sunday mornings, and sports were taking kind of precedent over church, and faith was going this way and I was going in the opposite direction. One of the big things in high school, I had a cousin stay with us, Fraser Burton, very avid Christian and great guy, and a really good role model for us, especially at that time, grade 9, grade 10, and that was kind of the first taste of Christian life, someone that was faith-based who was living with us, that Fraser wasn't all that adamant or not very vocal about his faith, but the way he walked and the way he you knew he was with Christ, and that was kind of my first taste of it. Second year university was the change. I met a new girl, and looking back on that relationship was probably the reason for me becoming a Christian, was because we had lots of long conversations just discussing faith, discussing Jesus' role, my faith, lots of questions. If there's a God, why is there so much suffering around the world? Why doesn't he step in if you can do anything? And we can never see God, and I remember, I was just that typical kind of cocky teenager, I guess you could say. I look back on that guy and I just kind of wish I could slap him a bit. The relationship fizzled out, but that faith and those questions that Steph helped me with, that was kind of the seed that was planted. Right around end of second year, I told my cousin, I said, I'd come to Christ and I'd become a Christian, and 2 weeks later I got back this 3-page email full of research scripture about my decision, and that was really a gripping moment for me, just because Fraser meant a lot to me, and that email certainly kind of reaffirmed my decision and his relationship with me and God. So then I met my wife, and her family are very much faith oriented, and it's been great. It's been great having really good role models around me through my walk. Second year and third year university were very difficult times for me. I kind of lost my identity. I was always this athletic. I was also into horse racing, and there was sports horse racing, and everything had changed. The things that I used to think were very important to me, they weren't anymore. I could feel God and the Lord pushing me and pulling me in different ways, and it was out of my comfort zone, and I kind of lost my identity. And it wasn't really until I went to New Zealand for a year of Teachers College that I kind of came through that dark period, and I was kind of reborn. So there's really no boom moment for me. It was more of this book that was gradually opening, that's still opening, that I'm really kind of that thirsty for, I guess you could say. I think I was an okay person, but I still was quick to anger, we're very quick to judge. Whereas now, I'm very slow to anger. I think I'm very relaxed, maybe too relaxed at times, and I'm not sure if that's the Lord's will or just what He's blessed me with as a personality. But I love having fun, I love smiling, I love making jokes. Those worldly problems, yes, worldly problems are still important, but they're not nearly as important as what they were. And I think that's the biggest difference. I think now my priorities are faith is the most important, followed by my family, and then work or money or what. There's a whole gambit of different issues that you can fall back on. So, but yeah, I think as long as my faith is in the center, that's where I feel best. I feel most relaxed. I feel most confident is in that spot. So. I've been putting it off for so long. Worldly busyness gets in the way, and I was at the last baptismal service, and I kind of said, you need to talk to someone after the service to say you're going to do this, because if you don't, you're just going to push it aside again. And and so I just want to reaffirm my faith to this congregation and to myself and to my family that this is a very serious step, and I'm ready to make that step, and it needs to be done. That's it. Watching the other testimonies, it was very inspirational and kind of get my butt in gear to say you need to do this, you big wimp. That's what I'm saying. I actually do it myself. So now I just have to go in front of the congregation with my shirt off.